Hello everyone and welcome back to another Minecraft Doors tutorial. Today I've got a completely 100% concealed hidden entrance. So, I don't know, you could have a hallway like this with an intersection. As long as you have a 2x2, it doesn't have to be 4 blocks wide. It could be just, a 2x2 section in your base, a library, or a hallway intersection like what I've got here. Assuming this would go that way now to like a different room. But basically, all you need is a 2x2 area and a smooth stone wall, and or cobblestone. Cobblestone will work too. But basically, every time you destroy this block, it's going to activate my 2x2 trapdoors here, which will open it. That's your entrance to your base, and it, of course, obviously repaired itself. So, I mean, I can destroy this block 1,000 times, and it'll always repair itself. So I destroy it, and it pushes a new one out. I have to wait for this to close, otherwise you'll mess up the circuit, but then you punch it again, and you can keep going over and over again. And you can do that forever. So basically, you could walk up to this hallway, and of course everyone would overlook it. It just looks like a simple intersection or a hallway. And, you'd look around, make sure no one's watching, you'd punch this block right here, and then boom, you're in your glorified underground hidden base, chest room, whatever. I mean, just your hidden entrance. And yeah, so I think it's pretty cool, and I'll show you how to build it. Alright guys, so when starting this project, there's going to be a few things you're going to need to know how to build. One's going to be a smooth stone generator, and it's really easy to build, and it's what I'm building right now. But the way it works is basically when lava flows into water on the same level, it creates cobblestone. If lava falls on top of water, it creates smooth stone. So build a compartment like this, and you're going to need to replace either that block right there or that block right there with a piston. So I'll just do this one. And it needs to be on its side. It's still not on the side. There we go. And then building compartment for the lava. Now I personally like to fill in this spot right here because sometimes when you place lava in here, it will glitch out and destroy that water source. So I like to put a block there to prevent that. Then all we have to do is come over here, run our redstone, one more block out, just like this. Place a button right here, and that was the wall. But anyways, yeah. So it's making smooth stone. It's not the fastest thing in the world, because you do have to wait for that lava to flow down and hit the water. But it's very consistent, and for the purposes of this tutorial and the auto repairing wall feature using the bud switch, it's a very practical thing to use. So now we'll move on to the next thing. You're also going to have to know how to build a T flip-flop, which is really easy to build. 2 pistons facing each other with 2 blocks in between. Place a redstone torch down in here, either there or there, either place will work. Place blocks up like that, a torch on either side, and redstone dust across the top, and that's a T flip-flop. Alright, so building the 2x2 trapdoor is pretty easy. I've decided this is where my entrance to the base is going to be. So you skip 1 block and put 4 pistons on top of each other just like that, and do that for both sides. You're going to want vertical pistons there and there. So when these extend out, these vertical pistons will be above the hole. Put your flooring on those blocks. Take any block and place them just like that. You're going to want redstone dust on the top of all 4 of those blocks with a repeater with a 1 tick delay pointing into the blocks next to our horizontal pistons here. Do that on both sides. Dust on all 4 blocks, repeater pointing into the 2 individual ones with a single right click tick delay. And now anytime we give these power, they'll extend out and then up. When you take the power away, they pull down and move out. So that is how, oops, glitch. But that's how we're going to get into our base. Okay. So the last thing we're going to have to do is build a bud switch, and this is actually a lot easier than you think. Basically, you're just going to need a sticky piston with a block on it. So this block will extend out to here now. You're going to want a repeater and a torch like this, so it's powering that block when it's extended. Then you're going to want to run redstone dust across the bottom. Put a block there. Put a torch on top. And this torch needs to send power up on top of this wall here. And it needs to be, it just stops at the piston. So basically this block right here, underneath this redstone, needs power above it because that's what's going to activate the bud switch. So let's put a block on this. And now every time this block is updated, say I place a torch here, of course that's a redstone torch, but say I place a normal torch here, it will activate it. And when I remove one, it will activate it. So really all we're doing is we're taking this bud switch and we're going to make this all smoothstone. So anytime you destroy a smoothstone block, we'll make that activate, which will then activate our smoothstone generator, repairing the wall almost immediately. So let's build this. Okay, so when you're starting this project, you need to decide where you want your entryway to be. And I'm just going to copy the example I made on my other world, and I'm going to make it these 4 blocks right here. Of course, you can make it anywhere. This hallway doesn't have to be 4 blocks wide. All you need is a 2x2 space. You could have it be in a library. You could have it be in the front of your base. I mean, you could have it be a million different places. This is just one example. So the first thing I want to do is put in a bud switch, and they'll just make it that block right there. Place our piston, place our block, and now when that piston is extended, this block will be here, and that's really what's important because we need to have a repeater, a powered repeater, pointing at that block when it extends. So what that's going to do is allow power to transfer down below. Then you just run it under your piston, and you're going to want, let's put it right here, put a block right here with a torch on top. And I know this probably doesn't make very much sense right this second, but do that, exactly like that, no delay, nothing. Now let's put in our smoothstone generator. So the smoothstone generator is pretty easy to put in. You just put it in at the same level as this lowest block of the wall, and just kind of extend it out like this. I'm going to put it right here, I think. And this will be a piston, a non-sticky piston. Just like that. We're going to have our water here, and that means those 2 blocks will be smoothstone. Cap that off. Place our lava. And let's test it. Okay, so that's working perfectly. Now this is exactly why I did that, because I wanted to try to keep the redstone as compact as possible. So I'm running the power through this block right here, and we're going to run it up the wall. So just go like this, and then bring this redstone dust over here to the piston, and stop right there. This powered redstone right here, we're going to loop around to the back. Actually, we can do it right here. And we're going to run our dust to this block, place a torch, and place a dust. Because you want the power going to this piston to be off, so it's retracted at its natural state, so the lava can fall down and hit the water and create that smooth stone. So I think that's that. Let's test it. We'll destroy this. It activated. Destroy it. Let it create more smooth stone. And this should be the last one I have to do. There you go. So now every time you destroy this block, that will extend out and then retract and push a smooth stone dust or smooth stone forward. And then you wait for it to create another one, destroy it again, and there we go. We've got our wall. So let's fill this in because we don't need any of that anymore. And now all we have to do is hook that up to our 2x2 trapdoor. Alright, so let's put in our 2x2 trapdoor. Right here are the blocks I want to have opened. So we will skip a block and place our pistons. Do that on both sides. Oops. Got to put in my vertical pistons for both of these. Okay. Now we need to wire them up. So we'll just put a little platform here. Put in our blocks. Put our redstone dust on top of all of those with our repeater. Oops. Put our repeater here with a 1 tick delay. Come back to this side. Do the same thing. Alright, now we want to pull this power over in this direction towards all the rest of the redstone. So just grab that block, come out 2, come out like this. Just like so. That way we can, that way we can run redstone like this, and that way we can run our power from the bud switch to a center point like here, and it will activate both sides of the piston door. Let's repair this flooring that I destroyed. Give this thing power. Make sure it's working properly. Good, it's closed. And now it's open. Okay. So we want the thing to have power in its natural state. So let's put a torch here. We're going to make our T flip-flop now. So put a torch there. We're going to have our block that slides back and forth right there. We'll take our pistons, which they don't have to be sticky pistons, but sticky pistons also work. And that's not going to work. Need to go like that. Okay. Put our 2 blocks up here. Put our torch on either side. And our dust on top of that. And we'll put a button so we can switch it. Put dust here. And now every time this T flip-flop's activated, it will either open. Whoa. I think it's because that torch is on the side of that block there. There we go. Yeah, so why that glitched out is because that torch was on that block. So that redstone dust was trying to turn the torch off, and it just caused it to freak out. So yeah, don't place your torch on the side of the block. They put it on another one. But anyways, there we go. We've got our T flip-flop working perfectly. Alright, now that we've got most of the components built, and most of them are linked together, I think the last thing we have to do is hook the bud switch up to this T flip-flop. And it's really super simple to do. Basically, we're just going to pull off this redstone wire right here, and just step right on over. Make sure it runs into this dust, and put a 2-tick delay on that repeater. This repeater does 2 things. It stops current from flowing backwards and activating the system an extra time. Because we're going to hook up a time delay, so we don't want it flowing back into the system. And it also, this T-flip, or the bud switch, pulses too quickly to activate the T-flip-flop properly. So if you put a 2-tick delay on it, it seems to work right. So right now this bud switch is in the wrong position. It should move forward when it's ready to activate. So to reset it, you just destroy this torch and then place another torch. And so now that's open. That's in the wrong position. So you come over here and you push your button. And there you go. Now it's naturally closed. And when you destroy this block, it opens your door and repairs the wall. Now it's should be closed again, so I'm going to close it. And now what we want to do is add a timer. So I'm just going to come off this block right here because it's the same level as our T flip-flop, and it's just kind of convenient. And then I'm going to run at least 6 repeaters. 5, 6, that's plenty of time for you to fall through. And what you're going to want to do is place a torch on the side of this block here, because this power will turn it off, and you want a negative power running towards your T flip-flop. And then just put a 3-tick delay or a 4-tick delay on all of these repeaters here. And now it should be working. Let's test it. So every time you destroy this block, it should activate the smoothstone generator, open up these doors, hit the timer, and then close the doors. Walls repaired, doors are open, doors are closed. So there you go, guys. That's how you build this. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you learned something. And please don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe.